YouTubers? It's Sweet City Girl, and I know we just saw each other about yesterday, but like I promised, I came back on so I can let you know how my first follow-up appointment went. And well, there's a lot of information, so I didn't write it down, so to review it with you guys, but hopefully I won't miss a thing. So here goes. Every doctor's different, every dietitian is different, so obviously keep that in mind. This is what I've been instructed, and it's not to say that, go on and do this. Maybe it opens up the lines of communication to ask your doctor and dietitian different questions, but this is more, I guess, like informative for individuals who are looking to get the surgery and just kind of, they want to have an idea, a gauge, and so forth. So, first and foremost, I let them know how disappointed I was that first week 10 pounds and in 1 week only 1 pound. Then I was advised that actually before you get your fill, the average is about 10 pounds. And we're talking about before your fill. This is 6 weeks post-op. They specifically expect people to lose about 10 pounds, and those 10 pounds are usually within the first 2 weeks. So I don't want to jinx myself and say I'm not going to lose any more before my first fill, because that is not the case. I'm not going to, settle for that. But she assured me that that is average. So at least I took that into consideration. Also, I asked about energy, and I was advised, she just kept repeating, you've had a major surgery. So I was like, okay, I get it. She was surprised I was back at work. I reminded her I just have a sit-down job. But she definitely told me, let's not rush into things. I let her know how I was ready mentally to go back to the gym, and she just looked at me like I lost my mind. And I was just like, no, just cardio, like elliptical. She said not even the bike, because they want the abdomen to heal, and they don't want me pulling a muscle, and then it's just gonna extend the getting all healed up and better. So I was like, okay. So she kept saying treadmill, I kept saying elliptical. The point is, she hesitated to say that I should reach a goal of 10,000 steps a day, which that is, kind of the average, or that's what's expected, to want to be healthy and so forth. And pre-op, I was up to about 6,000, so I couldn't get 10,000 in. But that'll be my goal, because I was trying to ask her, I want to set a goal so I'm motivated, and I don't know what's a realistic goal. I don't want to set myself up for failure and then be really down and disappointed, and that's just going to be a whole drawn-out mess. So I asked, what's a realistic goal, and that's when we got into the approximate weight loss. She was saying after I start getting the saline and the band, that's when I'm expected to lose maybe 1 to 2 pounds a week. And that's just average. Obviously, as we've all seen on YouTube, it does vary. But that is to be expected. So I figured I'm going to go ahead and set the goal of trying to reach my 10,000 steps on a daily basis. I think it's a realistic goal, as opposed to trying to, I do have, like, for example, a pair of jeans that I want to get into. They're size 20, and I'm about 22 to 24. It varies on the style. I'm having some jeans that I'm already pulling off and some slacks that I'm pulling off, so I might be close to that mark, but I want to be able to wear the jeans comfortably where you're not getting, like, the muffin top over it. So anyways, so that is a side goal that I have. But, and I have the pair of jeans where I can see them every time I open the closet, and just as a reminder. But like I said, so she said walking, slowly, not extraneous, things like that. She emphasized, do not lift weights, do not do anything with your upper body. You need to relax. You God, surgery. So that was, on the exercise and energy front. She said that the amount of calories were okay, actually. She said 600 to 800 was fine. She said in order to add a little more energy, I can go ahead and, add like extra carbs, like a slice of bread and things like that, in order to get a little bit more energy. But she said moving forward, I can go ahead and follow the pre-op diet. Again, I didn't have to do the liquid diet. We just did pre-op, which was shake, your protein shake with 2 scoops. Actually, I have it handy. I have that handy. Okay, so my pre-op diet, let's see. Well, you definitely need to get your 60 grams of protein in, and so you have your protein shake and 2 meal replacements, which you can use the frozen diet meals, like the lean cuisines and things like that. Those would be in replacement of, and or 6 to 8 ounces of lean fish, poultry, or beef. Okay, so as opposed to the meals, you vary it. Vegetables, V8 juice, tomato juice, raw cooked veggies, fruits, unsweetened fruit or fruit juice. Obviously, your 64 ounces of water. Gotta stay hydrated. There's a lot of free foods on here, and then we go into that territory of sugar-free and things like that, and I just think, folks, what got us here? Like, what got us to the point where we've had the surgery or we're considering the surgery? And it's these, quote, free foods. I'm not saying don't do it, do, whatever's comfortable for you. But I just keep thinking, I've gone through all this. I'm not going to try to find Kool-Aid, sugar-free Kool-Aid. Just don't have the Kool-Aid. Have water. Things like that. Let's see. Sugar-free iced tea and things like that. The popsicles and jellos. I just think, isn't that just like setting ourselves up for, like a disappointment? It's like creeping up in there. What's it to say that you're going to go from sugar-free popsicles to a regular popsicle, and then the popsicles with the ice cream inside, and then all of a sudden you're having ice cream or a vanilla shake, and you're wondering how'd you get there? Don't touch the stuff at all. That's what I say. So I'm staying away. Even though it says free foods, I'm not touching it. June 8th. So June 8th, I'll be getting my first fill. So up until then, she advised that I follow this diet, which is obviously reduce carbs. She said, again, to add more energy, I can stick in a slice of bread, a pita, a falafel, things like that. High protein is a must. But she said that as time goes on, yes, I will be able to fit more food because, again, the band is just placed there. There's no restriction to it whatsoever. Everybody's body's different inside, so what she explained to me that the reason that we're eating so little now, we're getting so full with so little, is because of the swelling, things like that. So once your body has healed, your stomach is just like it was before, and you can fit a picnic plate size full of food. Now, what food you put on there is key. But so then once you get your fill, then you go back to, once you've healed up, it's half a plate and so forth. And by the time you're at your third fill, you're only really eating a quarter of a size of a picnic plate.